I'm not sure. We're gonna start this over. Hello gamers, it's Professor Meg here, and welcome back to the Board Ventures. If this is your first time on our channel, be sure to subscribe. We're putting out videos every week, and honestly, myself apart, it's a really fun group and everyone's making some really awesome stuff, so you should totally check it out. So as you can tell from the title, this is going to be games that I recommend you add to your collection that came out in 2022. We're already almost halfway through the year and some great titles have come out, but before we start, I'm going to start with a little disclaimer, a little runners-up to start with. So let me grab them. Alright. Here is Vagrant Song and Paint the Roses. These are two games that are listed as coming out in 2022. Vagrant Song I didn't play until 2022, but I'm not sure if I would recommend this for everyone's collection, which is why I didn't include it. I really love it. It is co-op. It is a bit spooky, so maybe your kids can handle ghosts if you usually play with your family. Maybe you don't enjoy co-op. It is a fantastic game if you think any of those things do sound up your alley. I think it's done really well. And you're helping the ghosts, not hurting them. You're not attacking. You're more trying to contribute and do good things. It's a really cool, fun campaign. I'm about 6 scenarios in and really enjoying it. And then Paint the Roses. This one I just disqualified on my own. It was a Kickstarter that was running last year. It's fulfilling this year. I have seen it hitting a lot of people's tables. I love this game. It's a deduction game where you're trying to guess what cards the other players have by where they place certain things and the clues that they give you. It's a bit tough too, but I don't know why I played it so much last year. I didn't think of it for this year, but definitely check this one out too because it is really fun and the components are great. Alright, the first one on my list is going to be Azul Queen's Garden. Now I'm sure you guys have seen this game around. It's kind of popping up everywhere, and Azul is such a great game that I'm sure people want to see the expansions of it. This one I am loving. I think I may be partial to the tiles. I really enjoy the tiles in this one as opposed to other Azuls that I've played. The other tiles are great too, but these are just really beautiful. So I think that's what makes me like it more. But let me grab a sheet. So in this Azul, you are drafting tiles, and first you're going to place them on this sheet, which makes it kind of cool that you can draft a bunch, kind of hold on to them, and then later you're placing it on your garden. So with your garden, there are actually tiles that you place, the Azul tiles, but there are also cardboard tiles, and those give you more places where you can place the tiles. So first you're kind of locked into this front central area, and then you'll grow your garden around it. Now, let's talk about the tiles. One of the trickiest parts is that you're drafting these tiles and they only come out 4 at a time, so you don't see all of them from the beginning. And to be able to pay for them, if you have a 5 cost purple, you either need to pay 5 purple or 5 that are marked with that 5 cost leaf to be able to play that tile. So the higher ones are much harder to place. You have to have a lot of resources to do it. But it's been really fun trying to make the highest combinations possible. I have really been loving this one, but it is a bit tricky, it is a bit thinky. Sometimes I feel like the tiles that are coming out don't make the most sense. And one thing that I didn't love is that for Azul, not all of the tiles come out of the bag. So you don't always have like the full pool of what you should, which I don't love because I do like planning ahead and things like that, but it does kind of force me to play a little bit differently, which is really fun too. Alright, next we're going to talk about Decorum. Decorum I actually picked up at Gala. I was walking by the Floodgate Games booth and they handed me a copy, which I was so excited about because my husband and I love co-op games. And this is something that is very much up our alley where we can argue but still try to be on the same page. So in Decorum, it's very, very cool. I love secrets and I love things with hidden envelopes, which makes me really enjoy it. And right on top it even has these cardboard boxes that are do not open until scenario 15 of the 2-player campaign and scenario 12 of the 2-player campaign. So you have like secret envelopes to open later on. It's one of my favorite things in games is when there are envelopes and you're not supposed to know. So here you can see these are all of the ones that we haven't played. So we've played 4 so far. And guys, this is gonna be kind of a spoiler, but I'm gonna show you an example. Is there a tutorial one? No. You guys are gonna see scenario 1. Just forget you saw it in this video. Don't show your partner that you play with. This is a secret. The other thing that's really cool is they build it out that this is a 2-player envelope, so there's 2 people here, and it makes it really easy for you to know if you're playing a 4-player game, there's 4 people, so you know which one you're grabbing. So we're going to take these out. They're supposed to be secret. So when you take these out, you're going to have them like this. And there's little symbols at the top for you, and one has both players, which means that's the rules of that scenario, and you're going to get to know that for both of you. And then there's one for each of you, so depending on where you're sitting, you'll pick who gets which card. So this one for the setup, it says, "Welcome home. Spencer and Blake are finally moving in together. Stressful? Of course not. Their relationship is perfect." Right? And then it shows you how to set up the rooms. So the bathroom should be blue, with like a blue object and a red hanging thing. The bedroom should be green with a green lamp, etc. So that's how the room starts. And then these are the rules for how you are happiest with the house. So if I was Spencer, I would need each room on the left side, and it must be painted blue. Each room on the left side, and it must be painted blue. That makes no sense. Each room on the left side must be painted blue. The house must contain at least 1 antique yellow lamp, and the kitchen must not contain any objects, which is really funny. So the other person says the house must contain no more than 1 unique object. The downstairs must contain at least 2 objects. That's a good example. So the downstairs must contain at least 2 objects. This person can't have any in the kitchen. So if Blake keeps putting things in the kitchen, Spencer's just going to keep taking them out, which is really hilarious and fun. And it's tricky to think that they're making those changes to make their room better for what they need, and it's, do they specifically need nothing in the kitchen, or do they just not need blue things in the kitchen? And it's really fun to try to figure out. It's gotten trickier and trickier every round. I'm really enjoying this one. Alright, but that is enough about decorum. I think that was good to give you guys an example. The last thing I will show you is this is the house, so this is where you set things up. I don't want to explain too much more because it is really fun, and it's a lot about the secrets and just uncovering those different scenarios and figuring out the puzzles with the person you're playing with. So I would love to try a 4-player game of this, but I can only imagine how hard it would be, right? So this is decorum. Alright friends, and this may be my favorite game that came out in 2022. The Isle of Cats Explore and Draw. This is also cheating because there's already a video about this game on our channel. If you go to it, you'll see that Frank actually taught us the game and watched us play. He kind of pegged me for the winner, but I lost, so whatever. But we did get to play this live at Gamma, and because of that I bought it. I just had to have my own copy. I needed it. So, Isle of Cats Explore and Draw. Let's go. If you know Isle of Cats, it's about moving cats from this evil guy that I don't remember his name, and you're trying to place your cats on a boat, and they're all these little polyomino style tiles, and you're just trying to fit them in the best way possible. So the Explore and Draw takes that concept, but gives everyone the same pool of cats, and then you place them on your own boat by drawing them instead. So you have a grid of cards, I believe it's a 3x4, and you'll have different cats. So this one's like a fun little hook shape, but it's blue. And this one's like a T, but it's the orange, yellow color, orange. And here's like a chunky red guy. So you're taking each of those, and you are placing them on, so, I love this game so much. So, of the rows that you can choose from, you choose a certain column. Yes, you choose a column, but you can choose a row once as a special ability. But you choose a certain column, and you get all 3 of those cats. So different things can affect your scoring, like if you're trying to have less purple cats, but you need that column for something else. It can be a bit tricky with what choices you need to do, but here's the boat, and you're basically just drawing your cats in. You're trying to leave no blank spaces, you're trying to cover all those nasty rats, and you're trying to fill rooms. And there are also these lessons. There are these lessons that you can get, and you have to earn them first by choosing the card in that column. You take it off, and then you try to accomplish this lesson. So for example, the first one is 1 point per 2 cats touching the edge of your boat. So you can also add scoring this way. It's just really fun. I've really fallen in love with roll and draw, flip and draw, explore and draw type games lately. I've also really loved Rolling Realms, and I love the Roar and Write for Dinosaur Island. And this one is just, it's so cute and simple to get, but really hard to fill this boat. I've played it a couple times now, and honestly, I cannot tell you I've done well once. So I really, really love it, and this is one you're going to see me playing all the time. Well guys, there you have it. There are 3 games that came out in 2022 that I highly recommend you add to your collection. Could I recommend this bad boy to you? Not yet. I haven't gotten it to the table, but this may be my game of the year, and I cannot wait to play Bard's Son. So stay tuned to our channel if you want to see me possibly talk about Bard's Son as well. Maybe Game of the Year 2022? Put it in the predictions below now. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like. Leave a comment to let me know if you've played any of these games and if you really enjoy them and which one you enjoy the best. It's probably Isle of Cats Explore and Draw. And we will see you guys all next week. We have been the Board Vengers. I'm Professor Meg, and I hope you have a great week. Bye!